Live from Central Pennsylvania, this is CBS 21 News This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Sherry Christian. Al has the day off. And here's what's happening in the news today. Pressure is mounting on key senators who will decide the fate of Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation. Plus, when gas will begin flowing through the controversial Atlantic Sunrise pipeline. And the company that's facing a $2 million fine for a fatal home explosion in Millersville. But first, let's get a check of weather and traffic on this Friday with Steve Knight and Ashley Honey. Steve.
Yeah, headed into the weekend, Sherry, and it is going to be a cooler day today. Had the front come through yesterday, triggering some showers and some late afternoon thunderstorms, but boy, we settled things down. So the front from yesterday now off to our south and off to our east, and we get a cooler Canadian influence. That's right, a little bit of a northerly breeze. You'll notice that when you step outside here this morning. We are going to fight some clouds throughout the day today. Tomorrow, I think we deal with a lot of clouds and a little bit of patchy drizzle, especially first part of the day. But don't cancel any of your outdoor plans. We'll still get them in. And then on Sunday, we'll start to break out of this pattern a little bit. So some clouds around today, mix of sun and clouds, and it will be cooler, but overall, nice way to start a fall weekend. Going for a high temperature today of 70 degrees.
Well, good morning and a happy Friday. Another great way to start your weekend is with no traffic. If you're heading out the door in any of our major cities right now, you're in luck. No accidents or delays so far. Everything's moving well around the Capital Beltway. We are seeing just a little bit of slowing there on 283 and on 81-83 split where they're wrapping up some overnight construction. But other than that, the PA Turnpike is looking good. Same goes for our river routes this morning and the rest of the Capital Beltway. We'll go ahead and give you a live peek outside. Let's look at your members first. Traffic alert.
New overnight, the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee says the FBI found no evidence of the sexual misconduct allegations against Brett Kavanaugh. Senator Chuck Grassley also says the FBI interviewed 10 people while investigating the claims. Today, the Senate will cast its first procedural vote in the confirmation process for Kavanaugh. That sets off the floor debate in a bitterly divided Senate.
I'll be voting for him because he is supremely qualified. We all know that.
He was angry, he was belligerent, he was partisan. These are not qualities to look for in a Supreme Court justice.
In an op-ed, Kavanaugh acknowledged he might have been too emotional during last week's hearing, but asserted he is an even-keeled, impartial judge. Natural gas will begin flowing through the controversial Atlantic Sunrise pipeline in Lancaster County tomorrow. That's according to the pipeline builder, who says the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission gave them the green light to place the project into full service. Tomorrow, the pipeline will begin moving natural gas collected from Marcellus shale wells in northeastern Pennsylvania to markets as far south as Alabama. Some of the gas will be exported overseas as well. UGI Utilities is facing a $2 million fine in relation to a Lancaster County home explosion. Last summer, a gas explosion leveled a Manor Township home, killing one UGI employee and injuring 2 others. The Public Utility Commission, or PUC, says UGI failed to follow its own procedures towards, quote, the prioritization of protecting life and property and eliminating hazards, end quote. A possible gas explosion in Clinton County is under investigation. The blast leveled a home near Jersey Shore yesterday. 2 people were home at the time. Officials say they were found on the ground in the backyard, severely injured.
The female supposedly was thrown off the back porch from the blast. Reports are from the neighbors. The male was trapped under some debris. He was reportedly taking a shower during the explosion. Neighbors rushed across, drug him out.
A state police fire marshal is investigating but believes the explosion was caused by a propane tank leak.
And good morning from the Alert Center. 2 trains have just collided in South Africa, leaving more than 300 people injured, 32 of which seriously. Officials say it happened just outside of Johannesburg when one train hit another that wasn't moving. Commuter rail crashes have become concerningly common in South Africa in recent months.
Medical marijuana hits the shelves at another dispensary in York County. Today, Rise York in West Manchester Township will officially begin selling product. CBS 21's Joe Ducey is live in West Manchester Township this morning with how those behind the company hope to help people. Morning, Joe.
Hey Sherry, good morning. Like you mentioned, the dispensary will open its doors for business for the first time today. Now folks with qualifying conditions who are registered in the state's medical marijuana program could come here, get their cannabis-based medicine. Going to bring in Jackie Parker. You guys actually have pharmacists on staff here. They could help folks navigate to help get them what they need, right?
Correct, and that's part of the state's requirement is that we do have a registered, licensed pharmacist on all our premises all the time, so that when patients do come in and they have to navigate the system and understand what would be best for their qualifying condition, then that's who's there to help.
And speaking about those qualifying conditions, we just updated our qualifying conditions from 17 qualifying conditions. Now there are 21. Why is that important? What are you guys seeing in terms of?
Well, I think it shows that the benefits of medical marijuana, that there are many conditions out there that people have been able to find relief. And now that we have dispensaries here that have the qualifying and the products that can actually address those the conditions, that we find that there's more and more use for them. And as you said, there are 21 now. So those are things like the PTSD, Crohn's disease, sickle cell anemia, pain management. So those are just some of the things, and of course, cancer treatment alleviation is also part of it.
All right, Jackie, thanks so much. We'll have a little bit more on those qualifying conditions coming up next half hour. Rise York, the doors open here today at 9 a.m. Reporting live in York, Joe Ducey, CBS 21 News.
Thank you, Joe. Well, a verdict in the Jason Van Dyke trial could be coming today, while victim advocates are pointing to the number of times the officer shot an unarmed teen as a reason he should be found guilty. Plus, hockey returns to Chocolate Town, USA this weekend. We're live with what's new for the Hershey Bears this year as they get ready to drop the puck.
Yeah, hockey season is back. Feeling a little cooler, a little more fall-like here as we head into the weekend. I'll let you know if we can keep it dry with my first morning forecast.